Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Let's get this walk started, y'all. Ooh, I was messing around with the lighting. Y'all know how that is. Let me step to the side a bit. I haven't forgotten that time old Betsy went rogue. Had me walking a mountain for 15 minutes. But let me move this over. Y'all keep walking. Y'all know how I am. Me and the camera. Our fights. Whew. Yeah, okay, I didn't wash my sports bra, and I need some new sports bras, so, whoa. But I'm walking and I'm here. What a bleeding week. What a week, y'all. I tell you. Oh, I'm hot. And the window's open and it's nice and cool outside. Thanks for the love, Facebook. Y'all know that's my energy to get me walking. What I was going to tell y'all about is, see, I don't play with terrorists, even in my home life. I know y'all saying, how does she have terrorists in her home life? Kids can become terrorists in your home. I look at Dr. Phil, and I have nieces and nephews and friends. And I swore that I wasn't going to allow any terrorists, meaning gun with that. Ha! I was going to allow any terrorists in my household. So I'll give you an example, which is a harsh example, but I nip shit in the bud. When my daughter was like 6 years old, she was about my height. So I would hear the adults, you know, my family members and friends saying to her, ooh, you so big, you almost bigger than your mother. You can beat your mother. So the first time I heard that, I said, wow, I need to correct that adult. And someone said, no. Wait and see if Leslie, my daughter, says it to me. I gotta wait and see if my 6-year-old daughter repeats what she's heard to me. And then I nip it in the bud with her. So time goes on, and whenever I cooked in the kitchen or did anything, she was always with me. That's when we would talk and stuff like that. And I remember her, she was standing in the chair. She was just as good. She said, Mommy, they said that I'm getting so big that I'm going to be able to beat you up. And I stopped cooking, and I looked in her eye, and I said, I'll blow your fucking brains out. We never had that discussion again. Never, ever, 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 ever. She ain't lunged at me, ever. She ain't lifted hands to me, ever. I nip that shit in the bud. I don't deal with terrorists. So then, there's a lot of, she's about 8-ish, I believe. And there's a lot of talk on TV about if your mother spanks you or if your parents hit you, you call 911 on them. And I'm listening to this, and I said, I'm not going to address it until I see where her head is. And like I tell you, we talk all the time. I pull conversations on her, even to this day. So, she comes home from school one day and she said, Mommy, they said in school that if you spank me, I can call the cops on you and you can be arrested. And I stopped cooking and I looked at her and I said, but the cops won't get here in enough time to take your dead ass out. I'm right by you. They gotta come from a place. I got you before they get to you. Well, never had that conversation again. Never, ever, 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 ever. Thanks for the love. We never had that conversation again. She in her 40s. Never said anything ever about calling the police on me. So see, I don't deal with terrorists. So now let's get to teenagers. And the terrorists come back out. And she said, I'm gonna run away. I said, oh, you running away? She said, yeah. She said, I'm running away. Oh, we are at 5 minutes already. 5 minutes, a couple of seconds. She said, yeah, I'm running away. I said, well, good, let me know when. She said, why? I said, because I want to run away too. I said, so when you leave out the back door to run away, I'm going to throw my shit in the suitcase and I'm leaving out the front door. You ain't the only one that don't want to be here. I said, and then when you decide to come back, you knock on the door and Juan's going to answer the door. And you're going to say, my mama here, and Juan's going to say, Kay. And you going to say, my mama here, and Kay, and Juan's going to say, Kay, es madre, no aquí, no aquí. She said that thing terrified her for years. For years. See, I told her, you ain't the only one want to run away. You go out the back door, I'm going out the front door. Hell, I can find me a room, I can sleep in a tent, paying all this rent, buying this food, clothing, keeping us keto. Please, you ain't the only one want to run. So, she never said anything about running away from me again. She said more like, Ma, you gonna be here when I get back? All right now, I don't deal with terrorists. So, just want to put that out there. Oh. Yeah. So, I'm intolerable. I don't tolerate. I'm intolerable, probably. But I don't tolerate that. That's not going to happen. So, you don't like me, I don't like you. You come after me, I'm going to protect myself, because I'm going to be the one alive to tell the story. I already told you the story about the terrorist with my husband, when he said, all I need is a beating. And he ain't sleep for 2 nights because he was scared that if he went to sleep, and he was rightfully scared. Because if I had heard a snore, he'd have woke up to Gabriel Horn. I don't deal with terrorists. Try to make my life a living hell. I ain't never even did nothing to you. Yeah. Terrorizing me. Threatening me. And I came up with a great idea for a podcast. Yes, child. Yes, it did. Came on me yesterday. The whole outline, the progression of the show, the subject matter, my co-host, child. I'm going to invoke the spirit of the ancestors. Yes. Because I think that's what we need to be dealing now, honey. They say when we leave this matter, we become energy. If I can get that energy's attention, we gonna be good to go, y'all. Cause I don't deal with terrorists. I know this country does, but I don't. Hey, 10 minutes already. This fast walk, y'all. 10 minutes already. It's a quick walk. Oh, let me tell you what happened. Now remember on my Facebook page how I made that dish with potatoes and stuff like that? And I told you guys in the morning I just take a sliver. Like, maybe like this. Can y'all see this? Like this size. Put coffee, heat it up, and take it with my vitamin. Now I eat that about 4:30 a.m. And that way I'm able to get dressed and done, do my stretches, do my hanging, do my core, do my weights, do my rolling pin thing. And it would hold me. All I would need to drink is water. Now here's the thing with water. I know you people got issues with water, but I drink mostly water now. I have coffee in the morning, but I have water, and then I have lemon water, and then if I have something hot, I have hot lemon water, I have hot tea. I wasn't doing this all my life. But I haven't been 60 all my life. So, and this is the way I was in my late 50s when I started weaning myself off. I started watering down everything. Everything. If I had Gatorade, I watered it down. If I had tea, I watered it down. If I had a bear, I watered it down. So of course things stopped really appealing to me because I was watering everything down. So after a while of watering everything down, you say to yourself, just let me drink the water. That is exactly how simple it is. By watering down everything, it loses its flavor, it loses the excitement, it loses all that stuff. All that stuff. It loses. And then eventually you just start drinking water. But with water in the morning, I don't know what you call it, it's like a water stomach. Sometimes it makes you feel a little nauseous. If you're doing it on an empty stomach, if you're drinking water on an empty stomach. So that's another reason why I want to get food in me early. To, it helps me get my vitamins down and stuff like that. But it's also something in my stomach so I can drink water in the morning. So anyway, let me go back to the story. So that cake, not the cake, the potato thing that's on my page, just have a little tiny piece. And it would hold me. So this morning, because I had boiled some eggs, so I eat the egg whites. 2 eggs, I eat the egg whites. And I get a piece of cornbread, like this. So I have that with my coffee. And I take my vitamins, and then I can start drinking my water, which I do. And at 6 o'clock, I was starving. I couldn't believe it. So I started drinking water. I'm like, oh my goodness, how can I be hungry? Also, I chew gum afterwards because it has to hurry up and digest so I can do my sit-ups and stuff like that without having to come back up. So I eat, chew gum for 15 minutes to get everything down, moving, and then I can do my exercise. So I can't believe it. I take the dog out, I come inside, I'm like, I'm hungry. How does this happen? So I drank water. I'm thinking that'll fill me up. I'm still hungry because I used up all my energy. The 2 egg whites and the corn. I used that up on my stretches and stuff in the morning. And now I do my weights because the other weights are upstairs. So I have these weights here. So I said, oh my goodness. Oh, 15 minutes already. I didn't do it yesterday, but I'm not missing a day. The first part of this walk has been brought to you by it. I like to say yes. Keep the word yes in your child's vocabulary by reading I like to say yes to your child. I like to say yes has brightly colored pages with children boldly dressed colors. Keep the word yes in your vocabulary by reading I like to say yes to your child. You can buy I like to say yes from Archway Publishing, where I get the lion's share, Amazon, and Barnes & Nobles. So because I was having so much green stuff, too much iron, too much green stuff. So we're back to water. So I was telling you how to get the water everything down. And then also through the process, you keep telling yourself, I'm not a child anymore. I'm not a child anymore. I need water to survive. You guys know that water is oxygen, right? That a lot of time, your oxygen does come from water. And that's another reason why. Oh my goodness. Broadcast pause. I don't want it to pause. I'm back. It said, program pause. I said, I didn't want it to pause. Okay, let's get back to walking. I know you guys never did. Well, hopefully you did for water. This is our fast walk now. So, as hard as I try, I think I'm darker on all this light around. It still seems dark. Okay. See, my thighs are all better now. I was icing these babies like you would not believe. And that's how you can tell it's muscle, because when you're icing the pain goes away. And it just goes away. Voila. Remember yesterday I was holding on. Not today, y'all. Not today. Oh, squeeze your gut, don't forget that. Squeeze your gut. Squeeze your gut. I forgot. Less than 2 minutes. Squeeze the gut. Take the weight off your hip and your knees and your ankles or cankles. Squeeze your gut. Let the upper body hold that weight. And let your feet do just what they do. Let your legs do what they do. And your knees and your ankles connected to the less than a minute. Yes, y'all, yes. Oh, yesterday I was holding on to the sides. Y'all remember, right? I was holding on to the sides, child. But today, I'm side free. Minutes already. This walk is so fast. After it's over, I miss y'all so much. And I remember all the things. I was like, oh, I was going to say that. But I'm getting a podcast job. Yo, I love it. We're going to have a good old time. The ancestors is really going to like it. See, I can wake up so ancestors, they really don't like that. I just hope to get my co-host. And if I get him, we gonna be super alright, honey. All this terrorist stuff, African Americans, the ancestors gonna come through and straighten all this out, honey. Great risings, y'all. Great risings. That's what should be the name of the program. And the title I have now would be basically under the subject title. You know. And I have the whole thing. It just jumped into my head yesterday. Facebook kicked me off. And then a whole outline of a podcast came. The whole outline is here. What it's going to be? How am I going to do this? Yep, and I'll be working on going back over to Big O. But with Big O, if you guys come with me, work out some way opening some windows, and we can all work out together. So, trying to get that. Yeah. It's something. A while back, me and my daughter thought about doing a podcast. And like, and I was like, boy, I'm not going to do all that work. And, da, da, da. And Facebook throws me in comment jail. And podcast idea, full liner, like everything, points, everything. Everything. The whole show. They said you gotta see it in your eye. I've already saw me and my co-host doing it on Zoom first until we get control of the coronas. And I don't think we have to do it any further than 2024. And then after that, I think the ancestors will have everything well in hand. So, it's gonna be fun. So, that's what happens when you get kicked. Well, for me, that's how I started doing my teen violence program. Because on TV, they kept showing African American mothers crying, you know, like the son is accused of shooting somebody, and they kept putting the African American mothers on the TV, and the mothers would say, "Why don't they do it? Why don't they do it?" And I was like, we don't all feel like that. Sometimes we know how bad our goddamn kids are. So I wrote a play. And sometimes we as African American mothers, we nip that stuff in the bud in the house so it never gets further than the house. Well, I do. So I wrote a play about it. And it helped deter teen violence. And it helped set that in line that we're not all women that just fall, oh, my child is innocent. No. No. Oh, let me do the faded check. Oh, I love these little things that So when the AIDS virus came out and women were dying and women hold the babies and women make the babies, I got my ass in gear. I didn't know how many doors were going to be slammed in my face because first I didn't have AIDS, second I wasn't gay, and they couldn't understand why I would have any interest. So I had to get the program together. I had to beg for money, and a lot of it came out of my paycheck. But it was important for me to put AIDS education out there. It's definitely in my family to say, look at here, y'all, this AIDS thing is real, and it's getting the mothers. The Eves. It's getting the Eves, y'all. So that's how I handle stuff. And now, terrorists, honey. So they want to make sure we don't never vote again. And that's all so that's why I'm getting the podcast. Because I want our exercise time just to be exercise. And as soon as I get my backdrops of the park to go behind my bike, so we can do 7 p.m. bike rides. We'll start that, and I just want that to be about working out and stuff. I just want this to be about walking and talking family stuff. And then I want the podcast to be about politics and using what we use. Because the idea came to me when I laid down and I said, ancestors, y'all gotta help us. Y'all gotta do something. I know your energy. We need your energy right now. We need everybody in the fight. Everybody, honey. So that's when I was laying down and I said it just like that. And I said, we just need your help. But I don't know what to do. And a whole podcast program came into my head. The whole freaking thing. So, they answered. I'm going to do it. Let's see if I can wake them up so they can start shaking it up. Ooh, let me turn this down some, y'all. Get your weights. Squeeze your gut. Tuck your elbows in. And let's do 10. Child, I didn't even do the one for good luck. I'm walking, yes indeed, and balancing. As you can see, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. I'm so happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Did I say hi to Carla? Say hi to Canada. Thank you for the company. Oh, I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Yes. Whew. That's it, y'all. How fast was that? I'm going to have my gym bra on tomorrow. I'm going to do laundry. Whew. Thanks, YouTube. See you tomorrow.